everyone! Today, let's watch how to measure blood sugar level. First things first, let's look at the diabetic supplies we need to check the blood sugar level. So, the first supply we're gonna need is lancet. So, what are lancets? Lancets are small needles enclosed in a plastic cylinder that are used to prick or puncture the skin, especially fingertips, in order to obtain small blood sample. Now, it is not advisable to use lancets alone to prick the skin because it has a potential to hurt more if it is poked too deep or with carelessness. So what is the second thing we're gonna need? So, in order to poke our fingers safely, we use a lancing device. So what exactly is lancing device? Lancing device is where lancets go in, or is a place where we load a lancet. A lancet is held firmly inside the lancing device and is operated with just a simple click. The third most important supply we're gonna need is test strip. So glucose test strips are thin plastic strips that measure blood glucose levels with the help of glucometer. When inserted into the glucometer slot, the strip absorbs the droplet or sample of blood like a sponge and gives the reading on the glucometer. Make sure to check the expiry before buying the test strips. Otherwise, the test strips won't show the right reading. And the last thing we're gonna need is glucometer. Glucometer or glucose meter is a medical device which helps to measure and monitor the amount of glucose, that is sugar, in our blood. So after gathering all these supplies, let's see how to measure blood sugar level step by step. Step 1. Wash hands with warm water and soap for hygiene, disinfection, and to get the blood flow in our fingertips, and then dry it thoroughly before we begin the blood sugar test. Step 2. Load the lancing device with a new lancet. So for that, first, twist and remove the cap of the device to insert a new lancet. So here we can see the small slot where lancet needs to be fixed. Then push the lancet into the device so that it is firmly placed in the lancet holder. So now twist the protective cover of the lancet and separate it so that the needle is exposed and we can see. Be careful and put the cap back on the device. Now the moving wheel that we can see is for adjusting the lancet depth for pricking. The numbers on the wheel represent how deep the needle can go into our skin. So number 1 to 2 is for delicate or thin skin. Number 3 to 4 is for the normal skin. And number 5 to 7 is for the tough skin. So pick whichever number you need. Turn the device backwards until we can hear a click to prime or ready the device to use for pricking. And then set it aside. And in the meanwhile, let's prepare the test strip to use. And the last step, step 3, inserting the test strip and getting the blood test result. So first, insert the gray area of the test strip with tongs into the glucometer slot, which will turn on the glucometer and show the image of prompting a blood sample. So at this point, we can rub our hands to increase the blood flow into the fingertips. Then hold the lancing device firmly against the side of the fingertip rather than the middle of the fingertip to reduce the pain. When ready, press the green release button of the lancing device to puncture the fingertip and gently squeeze the fingertip until a round drop of blood forms. Immediately touch the blood drop to the front end of the test strip where there is a mark or a line which sucks or absorbs the blood sample. So wait for a few seconds and result will be displayed on the glucometer screen. Record the result in a logbook to monitor and share the blood glucose info with the doctor. Once the result is displayed on the screen, remove the test strip and discard it in the sharps container. You can get the sharps container for free from any nearby pharmacies around you. Now, as for the lancet disposal, follow the following steps. Open the cap of the lancing device and then push the lancet into the cup of its protective cover that we kept aside, and then push the lancet slider forward to remove the lancet completely and dispose the lancet into the sharps container. It is strongly recommended to change the lancet with each use. Remember, do not reuse the lancet for poking. Place all the supplies back into the kit and then wash hands thoroughly to avoid contamination and for hygiene. Thanks for watching and see you next time.